Hello everyone, I hope you're keeping safe and well and that you're having lots of fun with your families at home, but also that you are completing some home learning. Now today I'm going to do a revision session on addition. So I'm going to go through a couple of methods that we've taught you in class to help you and your parents with your home learning. Now don't forget, just because we've set you a few problems to do as home learning, if your parents want to give you extra ones, I'd be so impressed when you come back. So it'd be really good if you could think of some of your own word problems and number sentences as well. Okay, so this is just for you to get a bit of practice. Now, the first challenge I'm going to set you is I want you to think about addition. I want you to think about what the symbol looks like and all of the words that you can think of that mean the same as addition. Now, I suggest that you pause your video now for about 30 seconds to a minute and write down as many words as you can think of, either on a piece of paper or in your home learning books. Write them down now. Okay, so hopefully you would have paused your video and not cheated and skipped right to this part, but these are the words that I have come up with. Okay, so we've got add, we've got plus, we've got more, we've got increase, combine, total, sum, all together. Okay, so these are the words. Okay, add is the one that we use most commonly, but these are all of the words that you can use when you are doing addition. Now these are the sort of words that will come up when you're looking at word problems as well, so it's really important that you know those, and then maybe a few others as well. Okay, so to start with today, we're going to look at single digit numbers, so adding two single digit numbers together. Okay, now the first method I'm going to show you is using Deans. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. The first thing we would need to do when we're looking at this number problem is thinking about what numbers and what we need to do with them. So to start with, we've got the number 9. Now, if I was using Deans, the first thing that I would need to do is to get that number 9, wouldn't I? Okay, so pretty confident that all of you at home are very happy with using Deans, but we're going to talk this through so that you can think about it when we come on to drawing it and then using slightly bigger numbers. So, number 9. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count out 9 ones. Now when we're using Deans, we have these sticks here that are our 10 sticks, and we have our little cubes that are our ones. Okay, so I don't want 9 of these, we want 9 ones to show this 9. Okay, so I'm going to count them into my hand. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So you've seen me count them out. We've got my 9 ones there. Okay, so you should be keeping up with that. We would count out our 9 ones. Now if you want to use things at home to help you, so practical things that you can hold and touch, you can use absolutely anything to represent the 10s and the 1s. I'm going to show you in a little way about how we draw that, but if you're finding it tricky and you need something to help you, then you can use things around the house to do that. So you should be keeping up, hopefully. So we've got our 9 in my hand. Next, this number sentence is asking me to add 6. So that means that I need 6 more ones. So I've got my 9, ready? And I'm going to add my 6 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and my 6. Okay, so I started off with my 9 and I've added my 6 there. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to lay them out for you as we would in class, so that we can see really clearly my 9, my 9 and my 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then my 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying really carefully not to drop these. Okay, so we've got, I've put my 9 there, and then I've added 6 more. So what we're going to do is look at that now. Okay, so I'm going to very carefully count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have found out using the Deans that 9 add 6 equals 15. Okay, so we've done that practically now. So we know that 9 add 6 equals 15. Now, I'm lucky I brought a box of Deans home with me. So I've been able to use those today. But lots of you won't have these at home to help you. So we're going to look at drawing it and drawing it really clearly. So if I was to draw that, I would do my 9 Deans to start with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Happy? I've got my 9 there, and then my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I need to count them all together. Okay, so going back to those words, all together. Do I need to start again and count those 9? No, because I know that there are 9 there already. Okay, so we've got our 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we can see 9 add 6 is 15. Okay. If you haven't done already, you might want to pause the video and have a go at doing that on your own. So 9 add 6 is 15. Draw your Deans and check your answer. Okay, so the next word problem I've got for you to have a go at on your own, and you are going to have to pause your video. So the next problem is 12 add 9. Okay, so I want you to draw your Deans this time. 12 add 9, remembering our 10s and our 1s. Okay, so I need you to pause the video, and on your paper I want you to have a go at writing this number sentence, drawing the Deans, and find the answer for me. Okay, so when you have done that, you should have unpaused the video again, and you should be back with me. Okay, so I can guarantee that some of you will have drawn 12 ones here, which is fine, and that absolutely works, okay? But when we are doing our maths, we need to think of the quickest, most effective way of doing that. Now we know that for our 10s, we can just draw a 10 stick. So a 12 would look like a 10 stick with 2 1s, because we've got 1 10 and 2 1s. Okay, so we've got our 12 to start with. Now we need to add on our 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, hopefully the majority of you would have drawn it like that. Like I say, if you drew 12 ones, that's fine, as long as there is 12 there. Okay, so we've got our 10 stick, we've got our 2 ones there, and we've got our 9 ones over here. Now we need to add them all together. I'm not going to count this again because I know this is 12. So we've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so our answer for this problem is 21. Okay, so I want you to go back to yours, have a look, check that you've done it correctly. If not, have a look back at my video again, so you might have to rewind it a bit. Have a look and see where you went wrong. Okay, if you've done it right the first time, fantastic, well done. So we're going to do one more problem with Dean's. This time though, we're looking at two 2-digit numbers. Okay, so this is where it gets a bit tricky. The only thing I'm going to tell you before you have a go at this is remember what we did in class. Rather than drawing them next to each other, sometimes it's easier to do it underneath. Okay, I need you to pause your video and have a go at this one now. Okay, so hopefully you should have paused it. You should have had a go on your own first. Now, I'm going to talk you through this one all together. Okay, so if we look at our 10s and 1s again, we have 1 10 here. So we draw 1 10 stick. And we have 9 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we've got our 19 there. Now what I meant when I said sometimes it's easier to draw it underneath is rather than drawing our 13 here, we're going to do it under here, and I'll explain why after. So we've got our 19 and we need to now draw 13. So we've got a 10 because we've got 1 10 and 1 2 3 1s. Okay, now when we look at 2-digit numbers, it's easier to do it like this because we can then look here. So we've got 2 10 sticks. Okay, so 2 10 sticks. Is the value of that 2? No, it's 20. So we've got 20 there. Then we need to count the ones. Okay, so we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 12 is 1 more 10 stick and 2 1s. Okay, so what is our answer? Let's have a look. So all of the 10s together is 3, and all of our leftover ones are 2. So our answer there is 32. So look back at your maths and just check that you have done it correctly. Okay, now time to pause and think. If you want to have a go at some of your own, practicing using Dean's, that would be fantastic. But I'm going to move on now to looking at the number line. So, nice and simple to start with. So yet again, just to get our brains warmed up, we're going to start with 2 single-digit numbers. So, this problem is asking us to find out 5 add 7 and find out what the answer is. Now lots of you have had practice in drawing your own number lines. I have got a cheeky number line to help me with the first one, and then we're going to look at drawing it all together. Okay, so 5 add 7 equals, and we are going to find that out. If I was to cheat and have a number line already, we would think about where we were going to start. And we're always going to start here when we're adding. So we're going to start at 5. Okay, give that a little circle. Now it's really good to circle where you're starting. That helps you remember where you are jumping on from, because we're counting the jumps, not the numbers. Okay, so we're going to count on 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the number we have landed on which you can hopefully see there, is the number 12. And that is our answer. So 5 add 7 equals 12. Okay, nice little practice there for you. So we're going to go straight on to the next one now. So rather than pausing your video, unless you feel you need to, and you need to go over that problem just so you can get a bit of practice, that's absolutely fine. But I'm going to continue for now. So 13 add 6. I want you to pause the video and I want you to have a go at this before I talk you through it. I want you to think about what number you are going to start with. And I want you to think about the process of getting to the answer. Pause your video now, work out your answer, and then when you're ready, we will continue. So, when you are using a number line, we don't have to start at 0. Okay, so I always tell you to start with this first number. So this first number is 13. So our number line is not going to start at 0, it's going to start at 13 because we've already talked about doing the most efficient method, but to help us be a little bit quicker as well. So we've got 13 and we're going to jump on 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, have I got my answer yet? I need to put in the numbers to help me. So I've got 14, I've got 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Okay, so my answer for this one is 19. What I suggest you do is look back at your workings from before when you pause the video and check that you managed to work that out correctly. Now I'm going to go on to a 2-digit number. Okay, now some of you find this tricky, okay, but it's fine. Have a go, pause the video, have a go at doing this on your own, and then I'll talk it through with you. So it's 14 add 12. Remember what number you're starting with at the beginning of your number line. Pause the video now and have a go, and when you're ready I will talk it through. Okay, so as before we are going to start with the first number, so 14 at this end. Okay, now you could jump on 12. Okay, that can take a lot of time and sometimes people aren't quite as accurate. Okay, so what we've talked about in class is if you had 14, you know we've got a 10 here, so we can jump on 10 to start with. Make sure that you write that on there so that you know you've done it. So 14 add 10 takes us to 24. We're not done. We must remember to add on the 2 after. Okay, so we must remember to add on the 1s. So we then need to jump 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, so yeah, again I'm going to add in the numbers. 25, 26. Okay, so our answer to this problem is 26. Well done if you got it right. If not, pause the video, have another look, rewind it, make sure that you're really happy with that. Okay, like I say, if you jump on 12 ones, that's absolutely fine. But if you want a quicker way to do it, we'd be looking at jumping on that 10 to start with. Okay, now they are the 2 methods that we are going to revise today. But before you go, I thought I could set you some word problems that you can have a go at home. Now, I'm not going to give you the answers to these today. I want you to have a look at them, and in your home learning books, if you just write addition revision, YouTube video, word problems, so we know where it's come from, and then we can have a look at those at another time. Okay, so are we ready? Got my first word problem. So Bill has 12 cars and Nina has 16 cars. How many cars do they have all together? going to read it again. So, Bill has 12 cars and Nina has 16 cars. How many cars do they have altogether? Now, when you're working this out in your books, I want you to write out the word problem. I want you to show me how you've done it using either Dean's or a number line. I want you to write the number sentence and then I want the answer. Okay, so don't just write how many cars there are. I want you to include all of that for me. So you write the problem, I want you to show me you're working, I want the number sentence and the answer. Okay, so I'm just going to put that bit closer. If you need to pause the video so that you can see that word problem. Okay, once you've had a go at that one, I've got a bit of a challenge for you. Now this one is a bit trickier. So here's my word problem. So Sally is collecting stamps. She has 21 stamps so far. Milo has 8 more stamps than Sally. How many stamps does Milo have? And how many stamps do they have combined? Now there is a lot going on in this word problem, so I'm going to put that nice and close. If you need to pause the video so that you can see that clearly. This is a 2-step problem. So first of all, you need to work out how many stamps Milo has. And then you need to work out how many they have combined. Yeah, again, please make sure that you're writing out the word problem, that you are showing you're working. So you'd write this bit, show you're working, and I want the answer as well in the number sentence. Okay, so you've got 2 word problems there to have a go at, and they can go in your home learning books. I hope that's been helpful today. It's a bit strange for me to be teaching from a camera and not being able to talk to you and take your ideas, but I really hope that helps you at home with your parents, and I'm really missing you all. So hopefully I'll be able to catch up with you soon. Okay, take care, be safe.